You probably know your PC can pay for your cell phone. What most people don't realize is that there are actually four ways to set this up. Same money in, same use of the phone, but the difference between the best approach and the worst one can land an extra couple $1,000s on your T4 as personal income between the device and the service fees. So let's take a look at this. Here's the short version. Yes, for the service, the corporation can generally pay for your cell service, but the device is a little trickier than most people realize. And how you set this up matters more than you'd expect. So let me show you what I mean. Quick note before we dig in, this analysis assumes your corporation pays you some sort of salary through payroll. If you're on dividends only, which is quite rare, the analysis is going to be similar, not quite the same. Now, most people come at this as one question, but it's actually two. First, who owns the device? And secondly, whose name is on the plan? The answers can be different to each of those, and the combination is what changes the tax answer. So let's lay out the basic rules. Three of them we're looking at. First, if your PC owns the device and provides it to you for your practice work, that's not a taxable benefit to you. You're using a corporate asset for corporate work to generate income. But if you buy a phone yourself and the PC writes you a check to reimburse you for a phone that is yours, that whole amount is a taxable benefit to you, even if you use the phone 100% for your practice. That part can be a little bit surprising. And for the service plan, the business use portion isn't taxable. Personal use is its own conversation, and I'll come back to it. Now, let's look at things practically. There are four ways people actually do this from best to worst. Best setup is your PC owning the device and the plan being in the PC's name. The corporation pays the bill directly. That's the cleanest possible. Still strong is going to be the PC owning the device, but the plan being still in your personal name. You pay it and submit the bills to the corporation for reimbursement. If you keep the bills with receipts, CRA's published approach supports this. Risky is when the PC pays your personal name plan directly to TELUS or Rogers or Bell or whoever. That's a different problem than reimbursement. CRA can look at that as the corporation paying for your personal liability, which opens up benefit characterization questions. Worst of all is going to be a flat monthly allowance. If you say something like $100 a month with no receipts, that's going to be $1,200 a year of taxable income to you. There's really no carve-outs for cell phone allowances. Now, I never want you to blindly trust me or any other accountants, so let's take a look at the authority to understand how this works. Most of it is grounded in CRA's Employer's Guide to Taxable Benefits and Allowances, the T4130. That's going to be the most accessible reading. If you are interested in that, if you want to go a little bit deeper, underlying sections, the Income Tax Act for employment benefits and shareholder benefits. As well, there's a 2014 CRA technical interpretation that confirmed the reimbursement approach. So the thing to know here is this issue is relatively settled because the CRA has kind of looked at it and said so fairly directly. No big court case here. Now, some genuinely good news. CRA has an administrative concession that says they will ignore your personal use of a cell phone plan entirely as long as three conditions are met. First, the plan needs to have a reasonable fixed cost. Second, it needs to be required for your practice duties. Third, your personal use does not add to the charges. So when all three of those are met, you don't have to track personal use at all. You don't have to calculate a percentage between business and personal use, logging calls or data, whatever, none of that. And this is very different from how CRA treats cars. So it's worth a quick look. With cars, you track every business kilometer. There's a logbook, a standby charge formula, an operating expense benefit. The whole system is really built around measuring usage in detail. With cell phones, there's no minute log, no data percentage, no personal use calculation. Inside this concession, the test is cost, not usage. So as long as your personal use doesn't bump up the bill, CRA doesn't ask how much you use the phone. So a lot of people expect this to work like a car. It doesn't. Now, what should you avoid? Three things can bite you. First, if you reimburse your phone purchase. let's say you buy an $1,800 iPhone, the PC writes you a check for $1,800. That whole amount is going to land on your T4 as employment income. CRA is pretty explicit about this. Even if it's 100% business use, if it's your phone that the PC pays for, yeah, that's going to be on your T4. Second, a flat monthly tech allowance with no receipts, that's going to land also on your T4. There's no carve-outs for that. Third is going to be the corporation paying your personal name plan or the plan in your personal name directly to your carrier. The risk there is CRA again saying the corporation is discharging your personal bill, your personal liability. So it's cleaner to either move the bill into the corporation's name or pay it yourself and then submit it for reimbursement. So I tend to err on the conservative side of things. And as always, your situation may differ. This is what I would recommend without knowing the facts of your specific case. So I would say have the device and the plan both in the corporation's name from day one if you can. If you're set up otherwise, you can switch. As well, pick a reasonable fixed cost plan. Avoid the premium add-ons that aren't business needed. And I would skip family lines as well because they complicate this. That's a different conversation. And if you do incur personal overages like vacation roaming, reimburse the corporation for those specific charges. This keeps the concession safe. One more thing worth saying, when you upgrade your phone, buy the old one back for the corporation at fair market value rather than just keeping it for personal use. It's a small cleanup step that prevents a bigger benefit problem down the road. Now, before I close here, a few things to think about and how this connects to a few other issues. Home internet, that is a separate issue, deserves its own video. The rules look similar, they're not the same. Home office as well, each has its own rules. They all sound like they're the same kind of expense, but they are not. So don't assume what is true for your phone is true for your internet or your home office. So to summarize this video really in one line, device and plan both in your corporation's name, that will be the cleanest setup. I hope this helps. Thank you, and I will see you soon.